Picture this. It's 2 a.m. Your spouse is snoring like a busted lawnmower, and you're staring at the ceiling thinking, did I make a mistake? Maybe it was the way they chewed with their mouth open on the first date. Maybe it was when they say, we don't need a dishwasher. You have 2 hands. Look, let me tell you something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm, I'm sorry. It's a little triggered. Go
You
ahead.
know that ain't nothing I would ever say.
Look,
I made sure we had a dishwasher wherever we
everywhere we went. Yes. Yes.
washing up my hands.
Yes. And you know who you married.
That's right.
All right, back to it.
If any of this sounds familiar, don't panic just yet. In this episode, we will be sharing 7 signs you may have married the wrong person, featuring real stories from people who learned the hard way that forever sometimes has an expiration date. Y'all, let me tell y'all, when we were researching this, reading some of these stories, we had several to choose from, but man,
I think you got hooked on
yeah,
on it. So we have an article from BuzzFeed,
yeah, that's it.
and the article included some examples along with the list,
Yeah,
but then some of the examples came directly from Reddit posts.
yeah, it did.
So we're going to go through these 7 signs that you may have married the wrong person and provide some examples of those 7 signs. But then in our Let's Discuss It, we'll flip it.
Yeah.
And we'll switch it up and let you know when you've married the right person. So
And we're gonna try to have a little fun with this. I don't know how fun it's gonna be.
well, it's fun for us because
If it sounds like this your situation, it might not be that.
right. This is I mean, fun in that we're not making light of it, but
Yeah,
and we definitely want people to be mindful of who they marry, but
right.
sometimes those signs and red flags are right there in your face, and you can't ignore those things. Those things are not going to change just because you have a ring and said some vows.
It ain't gonna get better because you say I do.
No,
Say it.
not at all.
If you premarital, if y'all like having issues, and it's not gonna get better just because you say I do.
You got to think long and hard before if there are some glaring red flags, some big signs flashing, big lights, don't ignore that stuff and don't think that because you made a vow that stuff is going to go away.
Going down the altar with 5 red lights down there.
Look, sometimes, I'm not even going to say sometimes, I think a lot of times, most of the time, those things are amplified because now you feel stuck in a situation. So, anywho, all right, so we're going to get started. Number 1, you feel like you can't be yourself. So if you feel like you have to walk around on eggshells with your partner, you have to hide your true feelings, you have to pretend to be someone or something that you're not.
Yeah.
That's not a peaceful situation. And you think about that. You don't want to walk around for the rest of your life not being yourself.
Be real. Not being able to be real about who you are. Just, I mean, it was a post we read a while back where it was just talking about, the guy said something about pooping in front of his wife. Not pooping, but passing gas. And
That's when the women were saying
it was like, I've been married to my husband 13 years. I ain't never passed gas around him. That's just wrong to me.
it's wrong, it's unladylike, it's ma'am, that's your body. You're gonna get blocked up.
Watching the movie, you get up every time you got to fart. Come on, lady.
You get blocked up, and then when it all comes rushing out, then what?
Yeah.
But anyways,
Anyway,
the example. When she sat me down and with a straight face said, I've thought about this and you're not going to exercise anymore.
dang.
I was jogging a few miles a day and usually brought the kids with me in a running stroller. She said, "You're a father and it's too time consuming." That's when I realized I had made a terrible mistake.
God, no. You can't even exercise, bro.
Ma'am,
2 times consuming.
not to mention, not only is this man concerned with his health and well-being,
Yeah,
but he says he has
the kids.
with him.
Oh,
With him. So now this man is out here keeping himself healthy,
mm-hmm.
taking care of his physique and bringing the babies with him.
Yeah.
That's not only giving her time, but that's letting them see
You a
the
break.
importance of that exercise and things like that. And that
That's
I almost said that.
that's
Well, I don't know her name. That heifer said
that's very
you
narcissistic
can't
behavior there.
you can't go.
Yeah,
That's too time consuming
yeah.
for you to be out
Too
here
time consuming.
exercising
Yeah,
and taking care of
exercise
yourself and
and
spending time with your
not only
kids.
exercising, but you exercising with your
Have
kids.
the nerve.
You got my kids out there exercising with you, even though
Yeah.
they're in the stroller.
See, that's how that wouldn't work with me.
It's a red light.
I would have
Red
acted
light.
ugly. All right. Next up.
All right. You dread spending time together. Whew. God almighty. If you with somebody and you dread spending time with them, something is wrong.
Right.
If it has gotten to that point.
That's a strong word, dread.
Dread.
Like
Yeah.
not
Dread.
I just don't care for I'm
Yeah.
indifferent. No, I dread.
Bypass. Maybe I'm gonna bypass for about an hour. Let me not go home for a second, but dread.
Mm,
That's a strong word. All right, so you find yourself avoiding them, preferring to be alone or with others because being around them feels draining rather than fulfilling. Wow, draining rather than fulfilling.
I have a little real life example of that.
What's that?
I was on the phone with a friend of mine. We would talk on the way to work in the mornings. And this was at my previous job,
Uh-huh.
which, by the way, I would dread going to. But I worked a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I was able to usually see you when you were on nights. I could see you in the morning
Yeah.
when you would come home.
Mhm.
And one morning you had worked over a little bit. And so I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and go since he worked over. And when I was about to leave, I looked and I saw that you were almost at the house. So I just pulled out of the driveway and I sat in front of the house and I was telling her, I'm just going to sit and wait until he gets home so I can see him before I go to work. And she said, I don't know how that feels. I said, you don't know how what feels to want to see somebody like that. now, now, at this point, she was divorced, but she had been married for 21 years
Yeah.
before her divorce.
Yeah.
Divorce. So,
How it feels to want to wait on
yeah,
spouse to
right. Which I understand in some cases, but anywho, the example.
So the example is when I would sit in my car reading a book for an hour rather than go home. We divorced after 8 months. Sitting in the car for an hour.
And I don't know if she specified she was sitting in the driveway or where she was sitting. Like maybe she sat in at work in the parking lot, something.
Maybe.
But if she went home and sat in the driveway for an hour,
Yeah.
you know he had to know.
Well, and that's not the case because some dudes is just sit like
You don't
you
think
ain't paying. Like, of course they had like if it's a situation where maybe they both were dreading and he like, she said she's getting off work at 5 or 6 o'clock, but he ain't like checking on her nothing like that. Or maybe she stopped by her mom's house. Maybe she stopped by her friend. He ain't even thinking like, let me look out. Now I would do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be looking out the window.
you have to have some type of awareness in your home when somebody comes to your home. Like if she parks in the garage, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah,
If she
yeah.
comes in the driveway, you know what I'm saying? There has to be some.
But now, if you in that man cave, and got them headphones on and he gaming or something like that. Shit.
Or if
Right.
he in the room on the phone with his boo,
He trying to get that extra man so
might
you
be
can
talking to his boo.
yeah,
So
it could be.
all right, number three, conflicts are toxic and unresolved.
Oh,
Every disagreement turns into a shouting match, a silent war, or manipulation.
mm,
No real solution, just a continuous cycle of hurt and resentment.
mm.
I can't remember here recently we were talking about conflict and how like conflict is a good thing
Yeah, yeah.
when you deal with it properly because it allows for growth.
Yeah.
It allows for change and
That
growth.
conflict process.
So when a couple has unresolved conflict or
Mm.
no conflict, that was something with our last the walk away
Yeah, yeah.
wife syndrome where we
No
talked
conflict
about
at
when
all.
there's no conflict because that means that you've checked out. You just don't even care.
Well, especially if it's yelling and fussing and arguing
Mm,
the whole time. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to get this over with, so I can go to sleep.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I realized that I was hiding good news from her because I knew she would make me feel bad about it. I hoped she was going to grow up and stop being childish and selfish. She never did.
Damn,
Ain't that messed up?
you can't share something good that
Right,
day.
right. Like at least be the type of emotionally abusive person that when I do something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
point that out. At least when I do something good, give me a little credit.
Yeah, look at it. But a person like that just can't.
Borderline
They can't give
emotionally abusive.
credit where credit is due. A person like that, because they just can't do it. I mean, I don't understand being that type of person.
I don't either. And you know, I'm the mean one. I'm the one that will shut down and whatnot, but I can't when it comes to people that I care about, I can't just let stuff sit there like that.
Mm,
Um I need resolution. I need to make certain that we're good. Now,
right.
once I'm at my limit though,
Mm,
you don't exist in my life, so it just doesn't matter.
right, right,
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, number four. You don't trust them. Mm,
That should be
that's like
Yeah, that's a
that's a
given.
no-brainer.
You have to,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to trust.
You have to trust you. You have to trust your mate. Whether it's secrecy, dishonesty, or past betrayals, you feel uneasy about their words or actions and struggle to fully trust them. Mm. The example for this one was when I saw.
I'm sorry. That would let me
Oh my God.
this would be so
I
this
forgot
would
about
be
this.
so devastating.
When I saw her on an escort site.
Now, pause right there for a minute because immediately somebody would say, well, what was you doing on the escort site? And somebody probably did say it because he came back and he said, edit.
Yeah. I got an email from unknown saying, "You don't know me, but I heard you are a good guy and you don't deserve this." Link to the site.
So
God, dog.
So Buddy wasn't even on the site. He was minding his
Mind your
business,
business.
being a good guy.
Yeah,
That people spoke of
yeah.
being a good
And
guy.
saw his wife and was like, man,
He don't deserve
I
this.
need to
People
reach
say
out to
him's
Buddy.
nice.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I wonder if Buddy even know this, man. You can't know this.
Yeah.
Dang, she on the escort site, boy.
And
Yeah,
sending,
that's some trust issues there. For
yeah,
real.
I mean, that's,
Mm.
yes, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of betrayal wrapped
Yeah,
up in
it's
one
all wrapped up in one
random email.
random
That's a
email.
lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, where do you even start?
Right,
Like,
because
I
you've
mean,
put
first
me
initially you got to click the link and go to it and actually see the individual. You know what I'm saying?
you've put me in danger physically.
Yeah, yeah, physically. Yeah.
You've lost my trust. I got to read the description.
Yeah. How you describe yourself?
I got to read your escort ad. I like
So
I
they're married. You talk about nice, single, fun loving.
down for anything. She said she never like I just
$40 for whatever.
right.
$80 for
It's a,
you
it's
ain't even charging right.
I just
I had to buy out the dishwasher and some pots and pans in order to get some.
yeah, that's just so many levels. Then I gotta wonder, at least like when you on your side hustle,
Yeah.
on your backside hustle,
Yeah. Yeah.
are you protecting yourself?
Right. Right.
Are you like what is that? Like when you come, have you been out somewhere and come home and then kissed me
Mm-mm. When
partaking?
when did you start this shit?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like
Like
that's it's so
just
many.
before we got together.
Right. We got to move on from this.
Yeah,
I get mad at her. I don't even know this
all
heifer.
day.
I don't even know this heifer, but I don't like she nasty. I'm sorry. Okay.
That damn Reddit.
All right, number 5. They diminish your growth and dreams. Instead of supporting your goals, they belittle your ambitions, discourage your growth, or make you feel guilty for wanting more out of life.
Mm.
Now, I do have a disclaimer for this one
Okay.
because pipe dreams. We have some people who they're always pipe dreaming. They're always on the net. We're not talking about people like that. Um we're not talking about being 45
Yeah, we
waiting on your CD to drop. We're not talking about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
We're not talking about that type of dream. We're talking about or we're not talking about you're a serial entrepreneur and hadn't brought in a
Yeah.
income and we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We mean somebody who's seriously working towards something.
Like, if you made a decision to like, well, once the kids are grown, I want to go back to school and, become a chef. And the husband is like, ain't nobody got time for all that.
You cook here every day.
You cook here every day. Ain't nobody supporting you and all that. This is a waste of time. Or if you go or you have to do something like that and you end up doing it on your own, like
Right.
report, like
Right. Now for this example, it's a very brief one, but this one got to me. This one really got to me.
Mm,
Um, she said, one day I realized I had become a smaller version of myself. And that stuck out to me because I feel like you are my biggest cheerleader.
right.
And y'all, I'm borderline pipe dream. I'll just be honest with you. Because on account of ADHD
Mm,
and all the different interests and things like that, I'll see something. I'm one of those, I'll see a course, I'll see a video, and I'm like, oh, I want to try this.
mm,
And not one time do you ever just look at me and say, "Well, what about this? What happened when you did this? What you didn't try this?" Now, you also don't say, "Yeah, baby, get that. Buy
yeah.
that." You don't do that either,
Mm,
but you allow me the space to discuss it. We talk about things, we look at things realistically, and never have I felt like you have not supported me.
right.
And I try to do the same with you with your endeavors. So,
Mm,
do you remember the mobile
yeah.
oil
Yep. Mobile
in in your
packet mobile.
chest of molester van?
Man, that thing was $600. And that thing was cheap.
That thing might have been wanted in connection with a crime.
If it did, it was definitely in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yes, it was the Chester
Mm,
molester
It was,
van.
it was an 80 model. I think it was an 80 model Chevy van.
I'm surprised we didn't have a really strong HOA at that house
No,
apparently because the Chester molester, okay, because
we didn't have
Chester
it out
molester
there.
van stayed on the curb, and
Yeah.
I was concerned that it would scare children away,
No,
or maybe it was child
it was
repellent. I don't know.
I got that. Mackie oil lube. I was going to spray paint it to make sure that, at least it was some form of business about it. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
I ain't want, kids to get off
Sounds
the
like
bus and folks to be standing around, somebody have a flashback. But, we lived in a military community, so, people from all over the world, and, you know, hey, some of them might have been enticed by the same van, that same color. Hey, little girl, you want some candy?
can you help me find my puppy? Huh.
Oh my
Anywho,
goodness.
all
All
right.
right. Number 6, your core values and life goals clash. If you disagree on major issues like family
Mm,
finances or lifestyle and can't find common ground, the marriage will feel like a constant tug of war. All right. So those core values and those life clashes. Now, some of this, I think can be probably, I don't know, not gonna say solved, but maybe if people take the time to actually date,
mm.
you're trying to figure out, okay, well, we talk about discipline, we talk about, who's going to do, you know, who's going to manage the finance, who's going to do any of these things, or
Or you purchased the book Unlocking Forever,
yeah,
10 Keys to a Successful Marriage
yeah,
Beyond I Do.
mhm,
And that book gives you basically a map
yep, gives you
of
the map.
things to
And
navigate early in your relationship.
mm,
And that way you make sure that the two of you are on one accord.
right,
Yep.
right,
There was a post a few years back
mm,
by Dave Ramsey.
mm,
Says couples who can agree on 4 major issues have a much higher probability of a successful marriage.
mm,
And those issues: religion or shared household faith, in-laws, and that includes boundaries and influences,
mm,
parenting, and money.
yeah,
So if you focus on at least those 4 things and coming to some type of compromise, then you're already in a
yeah,
better
yeah,
position.
exactly. And respecting those values too, like even if it's different in yours, like if you guys are come from two different religious backgrounds, but you share in a common goal, then you support that individual by supporting them at their church functions, or
Hmm.
vice versa.
Hmm. And if you are a part of a religion or some type of or a group that doesn't support that type of thing,
Yeah,
that's something you
that's
need to
something
think about.
exactly.
Um, especially when kids come
Mhm.
into the picture. So
They tell you, well, your spouse needs to convert to our,
mhm.
well, if that spouse
Or
didn't
or
agree.
even if you feel that way, then maybe you need to find a person who's already
Yeah,
affiliated with that
exactly, exactly.
belief system.
Okay, so the example, when I came home from the ER after being diagnosed with a severe lung disorder, and she immediately left me with the kids so she could go out drinking with friends.
Sorry.
Her exact words were, I need you to make them dinner. I'm running late to meet up with everyone. God,
That raggedy
that
witch.
raggedy. She about, let me see, she was raggedy as the escort, bro, the wife.
No.
She ain't as
No.
raggedy.
No.
She
She's
damn near there.
one step
She
under that
damn near
heifer.
there. Damn.
But I think escort Ellie, I think call me for a good time. I think that heifer wins. She
She
wins
got
the
the top.
prize for the most horrible human spouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm a wrap it up because that nasty heifer. How you out? I'm
Got to
sorry. Okay.
backtrack, but
Okay.
she is horrible. But this one here,
Okay.
you gonna go out with your friend, your man, just come home.
Oh, she's yes, because you're not concerned with
There
him.
it
And
is.
then, what kind of mother are you?
Right, right.
I'm gonna need you to feed them.
To feed them. I'm late. I'm late going to
Doing?
feed Val them.
The world.
Well, God, dog, I just got here.
When they said, "Mama, I'm hungry,"
I'm
what
weak.
was your response?
You up there getting dressed while they starving? The hell wrong?
She sucks. You're right.
Yes.
She sucks. However, escort
Yes.
escort Ellie gets
Yes.
paid to suck. That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother ball
That's
game.
top. That's top tier. That's top
Yes.
tier trash right there.
Yes. 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 All right. And finally, number 7. You feel more lonely in the marriage than you did alone.
Damn.
Right.
I had to go together that was like that one time.
Sorry. Sorry. We're not going to keep bringing her up. A healthy marriage. Well, now that you did, though, I just want to say that the strong feelings of dislike that I have and disdain and disgust that I have are not simply because that's your ex. It's because she's a horrible human.
She is
Like
bad
she could,
escort girl.
of course, absolutely, absolutely. She is a horrible human being. And if she should happen upon this and hear it, I know you know I'm talking to you. But anyways, a healthy marriage should bring companionship and connection. If you feel emotionally abandoned, unseen, or like you are in it alone, something is deeply wrong.
Very deeply wrong.
Okay. When we were on our honeymoon, this is
And you said right.
this is very sad. When we were on our honeymoon, I looked around at all the happy couples and wondered when it was my turn.
God, dog.
The honeymoon?
Oh,
We went to couples therapy, and I also went to individual therapy to sort out my feelings. We divorced 2 years later.
God, dog.
There's a whole phase
Yeah.
called the honeymoon phase. Yeah, they ain't have that. She said, I looked around and thought, I wonder when it's my turn.
That was, but that was probably one of them situations where she knew it before she got married
She had to.
and thought, well, once we say I do, things gonna get better.
And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. That's where we started. That's where we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
If you have, and we're not talking about nervousness, cold feet. We're not talking about that because, of course, you're nervous. We were 9 months pregnant, had been friends, best friends for 5 years, and I was nervous.
Yep.
We're not talking about nerves. We're talking about red flags. We're talking about you look at this person and you're like, if he would just do this, if he would just do that, I would be happier.
If
I could
you
be happy.
see more asshole behavior than good behavior, then something wrong.
I'd venture to say if you see any asshole behavior, unless you're an asshole and you're okay with it.
Yeah, depending on
But
who.
I just
even a good dude can slip every now and then, forget to do something right.
of course that's different than being just being an ass.
Consistent, like not responding when you call, not
Well,
get back with you the next day or something like that. It's like, man, come
it's right. The things that occur that stick out that you don't like. If you say, I didn't like this is how this made me feel, and there's no changed behavior. Think about that. Think about you go to your partner, not gaslighting, not nagging and complaining, but you have a valid concern.
Yeah.
I was upset, and when I came to you for comfort, you pushed me away. You didn't have time for me, or you didn't validate what I was feeling. I just needed you to listen to me, and you were telling me I was wrong.
Yeah.
if your partner is not remorseful and then puts in the effort to do better, think about what that means.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Or
Oprah,
time y'all in the car and he puts you out. And you have to walk home.
wait, wait a minute. That was left field.
That's horrible.
You think?
If you have ever done that, you might want to rethink that whole
You
thing.
you think?
If I ever put you out of it, now I know.
I wish.
Put you out.
Right.
I know better to have
You
done
better
something
not
like
be
that.
home when I get home. That's all I gotta say. You better not be home. By the time the Uber comes to pick me up, bring me home. You might want me out.
We had a Uber in our day. We started.
Look,
Yellow cab company.
and then if I had to call my mama,
Had to call.
if I had to call my mama
Oh,
to
yeah.
come, oh my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got good sense. You have plenty of sense. So
I could have never done. I have never done anything.
of course not, because you're the nice one.
Like that. It's crazy.
But
I might not say nothing all the way to the house.
right.
Mad, but
Yeah, and that's acceptable, because if you say the wrong thing while you're mad.
I just said that because doing the research, I actually read that happened.
Oh, okay.
Happened like
Okay, because
a couple of days before the wedding. I'm like, and you still married?
right. Because if you put me out, first of all, we gonna fight. At some point, we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on you. But Oprah said, Oprah had an episode, and I can't remember who she was talking to, and I don't know if it was her that said it. I just give her the credit because it's Oprah. The person said, or whichever one, Oprah was saying, you don't ever marry someone for their potential.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. And she was saying, you look at this person and you think, well, I want a child just like this person.
Yeah.
Because if you marry this person and you're reproducing with this person and procreating with this person,
your kids gonna be like
your kids have half that person's DNA and have the potential to be 100% like that person.
Yep.
We can't worry about potential because we have the potential to be anything. We have the potential to be president of the United States, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody got that potential.
Apparently. But that doesn't mean all of us are gonna make it. We have
and D students have that potential, and even F students.
right. We all have the potential to be rocket scientists, but that doesn't mean we will.
Yeah.
I had the potential to be a doctor. That's what I desired to be. And chemistry said, no, ma'am. Chemistry said, this is not what you want to do. So there we are. I firmly believe that people know deep down within when they are with someone that they shouldn't be with.
Yeah.
I think they know. I don't believe.
Sometimes there's outside pressures from family, because a couple of the ones I read, they were like, I knew that they were no good, but his parents convinced me that to go ahead through it, or my parents convinced me, or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like always that outside influence. So y'all just get together, things will work itself out. I've heard people say that.
I just cannot believe that you're with someone for a year, 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
unless there's some type of mental health issue or some type of health issue that creates, a problem or something. But deep down inside that this is not the person you should be with. And when they do these things, you look and you want to be surprised about it. But the truth of the matter is, what you signed up for.
This morning I was watching a video and his brother was talking about, him and his wife divorced after 20 years. So he asked her, when everything was final, he asked her, when did you know that it was over for us? And she was like, 15 years ago. And you were saying like 15 years ago they just disconnected.
But I wonder,
Being together for the kids,
see,
saying like being together for the kids is not the reason to stay together. He was just naming all types of different things, and I thought that was pretty good.
but I wonder what those first 5 years were like. I wonder what the relationship was like before marriage, because I really believe that if you're 5 years in and the two of you start to drift apart,
Yeah.
but you love each other, more importantly, you like each other. You're gonna put in work and effort to save your relationship, not because of the kids, not because of an obligation, but because I want this to work with this person.
But they disconnected
But
for whatever reason.
what was the connection
Yeah.
before? That's what I want
Yeah.
to know. What was the connection before? I really believe that, and I could be wrong, but I believe that a large majority of the time,
Yeah.
going into it
Yeah.
that you shouldn't, but you believe that, oh, marriage is gonna change this person. You believe that once they grow and mature, they'll change.
Yeah.
You believe that they are the problem and you'll fix it.
Right.
So I think that those things happen and we ignore a lot of stuff. And that's why people end up in the situations. But
Yeah.
if you are with someone and you feel more than just regular nerves,
Yeah.
if you feel like this person is going to change this or they'll grow out of that, and if they tell you,
Oh yeah.
once we get married, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
They are lying, because if they wanted you and they wanted to
Mhm.
prove that, then they would do it before. Okay. You have your car analogies. Let me give you a school analogy.
Okay. Thank you.
So I learned a few years back,
Mm-hmm.
kids 9 times out of 10 are not going to work outside of class.
Right.
Unless they're in trouble and they are heavily motivated by their parents,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to work outside of class.
Yeah.
So when I have kids and we have an assignment we've been working on for 3, 4, 5 days in class, and I'm like, okay, it's due on this day. This is the last day in class. This is the last day we're going to work on it. When they look at me and tell me, I'm going to take it home and work on it, and I'll turn it in on Monday.
You already know that's some bull.
So you didn't work on it this Monday through Friday
Yeah.
in class,
You gonna
but you're going to work over the weekend
Yeah.
and bring it in done on Monday. Really?
I remember telling
Really?
that lie.
Yes, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So if you're with somebody
Mm.
and they're doing something and they know as well as you do that
Yeah.
that behavior needs to change, and they tell you it's going to change when we're married or when we move or when we do this, it's not.
Yeah.
They would be putting in the effort to
Right.
change then at that moment.
Right. I will say this too before we go to our let's discuss it. I think there's a lot of pressure also from the guy standpoint, when there's a wedding date set or when there's, an announcement of a marriage, so even some guys might see something that, they may see as a red flag or something that, may, they don't want to deal with, but because of their end, well, I'm the man, I should be able to deal with anything that comes my way. So I'm going to go through with this, even though I know it's not healthy. I know it's not healthy. And it's not a healthy situation even before you say I do. Then it's not going to get any better after you say I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10,
Right.
it has to be some steady. It takes effort and it takes intentional effort from the both parties. And if one
Right.
person is only showing effort, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna last that
That
long.
one person is going to get very tired
Get
very
tired.
quickly.
Yep.
Yep.
So for our let's discuss it, we have 10 rare signs you picked the right person to settle down with.
And this comes from an article on www.yourtango.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first one, you share comfortable silences. That's something that I don't think we've ever had a problem with.
No.
We sometimes will sit and watch TV and we're not saying anything. I know we just had a little road trip over the weekend,
Yeah.
and for a good portion of that, um, we had a podcast going,
Mm.
and I was crocheting while you were driving, and
Yep.
that was it. We didn't say anything. So you're able to sit in comfortable silence with your partner.
Yep. All right. Number two, you don't have to manage their feelings.
Just imagine if you had to manage my feelings. Woo.
Ooh, yeah. Your partner manages their emotions well, approaches conflict calmly, and while you support each other emotionally, you're not responsible for regulating their feelings. Ooh, yes.
And you do support me without having to. I can't even regulate them.
I look, I don't even think I would even try to regulate manage your feelings.
I can barely do it. Sometimes they sneak up on me. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? Ooh, simmer down.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Therapy helps.
There you go.
All right. Three, you can show.
Yep.
Speaking of, you can show them your weird side.
Yes.
Sharing your stranger side can enhance the intimacy in your relationship as it lets you be seen and gives your partner permission to be their most authentic self
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
We
So
just said that.
it's okay to poot in front of your mate. Now, if you want to poop in front of them, that's y'all do that.
Yeah, I don't risk my life like that.
But you know what I'm saying? It's okay to,
I want to
you
live.
know, burp and things like that. If you can't, I mean, if you've been together with somebody, you can't be natural around. I'm not saying that that's all you do, but you know, just being able to walk in the house and scream to the top of your lungs something and be like, what is wrong with you? Or nothing, I was just feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, and
You know, we
they
just
for you.
I think it was last night when I
Mm,
was sitting there thinking, and I said, you know me more than anybody else in the world.
exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's how it should be. So you've seen, and you're still here.
Mhm.
Haven't seen all of my weird side.
Yep. Yep.
You didn't run.
I
It didn't scare you. You're brave.
tell you something. I was built for this. Built for this. All right, number four, they care about your family. They'll care about your family because they're important to you, which shows just how considerate and connected they are. Now, I can say that coming from uh inherently large family, the youngest of 10 children, if you imagine, and each sibling probably 1 to 2 children at on average, I would say. So, you know, there's a lot of
Family, a
around.
whole lot,
Family functions gathering,
a whole lot,
gatherings, and a whole lot of people
a
there
lot of
on
people,
those gatherings. So, you know,
a lot.
her being able to support me and, you know, there's those times where, she didn't feel like going or hell, even sometimes I didn't feel like going.
But that's not out of
Show our face,
right. That's not out of a lack of
yeah.
care or concern. That's for self-care purposes.
And also establishing a relationship with the family member. Like, you have a great relationship with my niece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
value that. And that's important to me, you know what I'm saying? And like with your family, I have a great relationship with your uncle,
Mm-hmm.
father, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just that helps. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the family can help you when you're trying to deal with them and their hard headedness. Not saying I've had to do that with you, but
I was I was replaying what you were saying,
I'm talking about other people.
and in my head, I was thinking, is he talking about you?
See, that's the problem. You always think somebody talking about you. I'm just talking about other people.
Well, sir, we're talking about marriage. You married to someone else? You talk okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to move on now, huh?
Number 5.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Number 5, you laugh together. Uh,
As you see, we do that.
all right. So relationships take work, yet they should also be filled with moments of levity and laughter.
Yes. If you're at the house and y'all don't laugh together, I don't know what to tell you. Yes.
And not laughing at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I laugh at you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But that's different.
know.
But you know what I mean. You laugh with each other, not at each other, unless the at each other turns into the with each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing to
Like,
be in the room. Baby, come check this out. Pull up a funny video or something on TikTok or something, and we laugh at it, or might send it to you. Or you send, videos, we send it to each other, we send it to the kids. So I mean, just the house should be full of laughter.
yep,
Always.
always.
More laughing than crying, I tell you that.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Number 6. You feel like you're on the same team. Healthy compromise means both partners give a little so both can win, creating a balanced give and take in the relationship. Keyword balance. What you think about that?
Um, I'm sorry, it's a Lauryn Hill lyric that's floating in my head. Uh, okay, I'm sorry. ADHD. Okay.
This has been doing some serious. You talk about a lyric.
Not because, yeah, because that, anyways, we definitely function as a team.
Yep.
Um, I I think that we've done a good job with not only us functioning as a team, but the kids understand we function as a team.
Yeah.
Sometimes that backfires on us
Yeah. Yeah.
because then they think they're supposed to go everywhere we go and stuff like that.
Long
But
enough to remind you of some shit you said
right.
10, 15
Remember
years
when you don't
Yeah.
don't do that.
Don't do
But
Don't do that.
I think we've done a good job with that, and we operate as a unit,
Yeah.
and that's something that there's a comfort in that,
Mhm.
knowing that you're not by yourself, you're
Yeah.
not alone within your relationship.
Right.
All right. You can have hard conversations.
Oh yeah.
Conflict is a normal part of intimacy, but what matters is how you handle it.
Mhm.
And that's one that we've talked about frequently. We tend to, if it gets too difficult, we tend to turn to writing or
Yeah.
texting
Mhm.
as a way to get those feelings and emotions out without being emotional.
Yep.
And sometimes to initiate hard conversations, we do that. Sometimes to the hard conversation will come up and we take time to process it, and then writing comes into play. But we have to learn how to have those hard conversations because
Yeah.
if not, those things can grow and fester and become resentment, and you end up on the escort site.
You can't keep kicking the can down the road. That's you got to pick the can up
And stay off the escort sites.
stay off the school sites.
As a client, or a service provider, stay off the escort sites. All right.
Now I like this one, number 8. Your relationship has a personality of its own. It stands on its own. Yes, it does. Every relationship is unique. So instead of comparing, focus on understanding what makes each other happy and creating joy together.
Yep.
Our relationship has personality of its own.
And we treat it like that. We respect our relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to put self aside. Well, I'll speak for myself. I have to put self aside and think,
So much pressure.
I still want to be married to him. So let me put this down for a minute. Let me not worry about being right, and let me just be happy.
But not only that, but people understand your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Your
Mm-hmm.
close friends and family understand your connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
You
right.
guys are connected. So
I think that for a long time,
Mm.
I think people were waiting for the ball to drop with
Yeah.
us. Um,
Haters are.
I don't even think a lot of times, because a lot of times it be your own people.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just waiting, especially how she is, how,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
people would make comments about poor Byron.
Yeah.
He got to deal with you.
Even some friends would make little snide comments and stuff, just in conversation.
Right,
And like, you don't know us. You don't know,
right.
you know, I
But we still together
exactly 27.
years and counting.
That's right.
That's right. Unless you start acting up and put me
Yes.
out the car.
Somebody send me emails. Go behind little. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, David.
Oh, goodness. Little caramel cutie. No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, all right.
Just kidding. All right, number 9. They don't resent you for spending time on your own. They support your own passions, even if they don't share them, and encourage time apart. Knowing personal growth strengthens your relationship.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I'll confess. What you laughing at? I'm being open and vulnerable. I'll confess. I had a problem with that in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of things took place then. We were young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone had made some pretty poor choices.
Yeah.
Um,
Agree.
someone was not healed. That
Yeah.
would be me. So I had a hard time with that one because I felt like you wanting to, I don't want to even say wanting to spit, like you deciding to go do this without me, or you saying, I'm going to go. Like I took that as
No rejection.
right.
Yeah.
I took that as
Yeah.
rejection. And it took me a while to get past that.
Mm.
Um, and now I try to let you know that, I'm supportive of those things because I don't want you to feel like you can't do something or can't go anywhere without me, because that will build up resentment.
Right.
So I don't want that. But that was, I mean, that was a very real thing. I was concerned and confused, and I was young and I was naive and thought that, okay, well, that's not where he's supposed to be. That was before Life 360 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't properly stalk and
You could pull up. You
I,
pull up, but you go a lot of places trying to pull up.
but so that one was a difficult time for me because I took it as, oh, he just don't want to be with me, or he's trying to go and do this and do that. But
Mm.
um growth and maturity lets me know you need your space, and it's okay if you need your space.
Mm.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
And likewise, I mean, I understood that you needed your time with your people, your friends, when you yeah, it was one time I didn't understand. Las Vegas, first time Las Vegas. And I ain't gonna, that's old stuff. But
Well,
the thing about it
we all
is
make mistakes.
the thing about it is like now we connect so much better because we understand that those times are important to one another. So, there's a great respect for that time. So, you know, that's part of learning to be in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? A lasting relationship, you know what I'm saying?
And I can say too that because another thing that was that another reason I couldn't fully understand is because I am extremely introverted, you are extremely extroverted, and so for me, like spending time with other people requires me to have that time to recharge by myself. Whereas
Right.
with you, spending time with other people, that charges you.
Mm.
And so I didn't understand that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, but we made it.
Yep. We made it.
We made
We
it.
made it over. And we all right now. Little church song. All right. Last but not least, number 10. They love the parts of you that you love about yourself. They embrace the parts of you that you struggle with, helping you practice self love and compassion through their unconditional acceptance. Now, y'all hear that, ladies? So, when you ask, does this dress look good on me? And he tells you, yes, baby, I love the way it looks on you. Believe that he's supporting you.
He said, ladies, but y'all know he talking to me, right? Y'all know
Dig at you.
he trying to
Come on now. Come on now. We have had some of this
see.
before, but it's a common discussion.
Okay, you brought it up, so now
Okay.
it's a common discussion because I think
Mm.
that there's a misconception between what men hear and understand and what women are trying to say or convey.
Mhm.
And what I'm going to do is, because I can't speak for everybody, I'm going to speak for myself and I'm going to speak for the situations within our marriage. Okay.
Right.
So for me, I think I get dressed, I might have on makeup, might have my hair done, and I want you to tell me I am physically attractive at that time.
Mm.
For you, as a man,
Mm.
I don't have to have any of that on when it's time to get in bed. If you want to be intimate with me, you see that as physical attraction.
Mm.
Two separate, totally different things.
Right.
So if I'm telling you I don't feel attractive to you, you think, but physically I want you. So for you, you're thinking the physical intimacy part is what I'm perceiving as attractiveness. What with me, I'm thinking my physical appearance.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a lot of times just because like men, you want to be physically intimate
Mm.
and that's viewed as attractiveness to you all, but for us we literally mean like, no, I want to know that I am physically attractive with
Okay.
clothes on.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. And I think that and honestly I think from on a man's perspective, that's the thought. Well, if I still slap you on the behind, I still grab your booty when I see, you know what I'm saying? When I'm
Yeah,
walking in the house,
yeah, that's all behind me,
that should tell you
not here.
that should tell you
It
that
should
I feel
okay,
think you're attractive. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I think
From the back,
we're
not looking at my face.
saying the same things and not saying the same thing at the
Right.
same time.
And that's the thing. That's the importance of the love languages, understanding how your partner wants to receive love, how your
Yeah.
partner shows love, and vice versa. Because, like I said, that was something that we talked about because I'm like, I don't feel like you find me physically attractive. And you're like, what do you mean? I want you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's something that I think there's a misconception and we not a
Communication.
yes, miscommunication between um couples sometimes is that we're not meaning the same thing.
Mhm.
And we have to explain those things so that I can't get upset with you because you didn't understand something.
Right.
I have to at least give you the opportunity. Okay, let me explain it.
Yeah.
Now that I've explained it, then that's when the changed behavior comes for you to let me know I did hear you and I want you to understand that yes, you are physically, you know what I'm saying? So that type of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking through you. I'm looking at you on the screen right now, and I'm loving you.
I set that up for you, didn't I? That's that's not no. You gotta wait. There has to be a wait time.
Wait.
Yeah. You can't just, well, you look at Of course I do, because we're talking about you gotta have a wait time.
But I'm for real though. I mean,
I mean, I
that's why
see me.
I look, you know.
Bit cute. I
So
see.
a lot of times when we're recording and I look at the screen and I look at you and I look at the screen. Actually,
See, you're trying to run with it. No.
oh,
Well, you gotta give it some
I
time.
need to wait
Yes.
about an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to wait, and then that y'all don't look.
Y'all are
Don't
dysfunctional.
men, men. Don't follow him up with this. You gotta have
Dysfunctional,
wait
y'all.
time. Gotta have wait time. All right, you gonna wrap it up?
Yep. So, like we said, these are the 10 rare signs that you picked the right person to settle down with. So if you are seeing these signs, you got a thumbs up
Thumbs up.
and everything is good
Yep.
and y'all good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we done.
We're done.
All right, y'all. Till next time, we will holla at y'all.